What's up, Starcraft fans? You're watching a co-op mutation. I am CTG. Today we're doing Train of the Dead on Oblivion Express. So, you've seen me play this mutation probably like 50 times before. So I'm gonna do something different this time. You've seen pretty much every commander here, the real commanders, but let's see how a Nexus co-op commander would do well on their own against this. So, to go to Nexus co-op, go to Custom, Arcade, double-click Nexus co-op. In the lobby, click Start Game. Then go to their Nexus Co-op loading screen. Then wait for that to finish loading. Once it does finish loading, so we will select this time Niadra because I've seen some success with Niadra. My masteries will do Protoss Wreckage abilities cooldown. We'll do Alien Horrors duration because this is pretty much the last setup I had, and I was told that these masteries were good. I'll also do Psionic Carapace because shields are pretty good, and I don't really need Niadra attack speed. She's primarily a kind of Zagar type of hero. Alright, so the map is Oblivion Express. And the mutators are Walking, Infested, Outbreak, and Darkness. So Brian, let's hear the mutation.
Oblivion Express is the map where we have to destroy trains. They come in from the west, mainly along 2 tracks, and we have to destroy 9 of them to win the game. Oblivion Express is the map where we have to destroy trains. They come in from the west, mainly along 2 tracks, and we have to destroy 9 of them to win the game. If we miss more than 1 train on brutal difficulty, we lose the game. Fog of War is disabled. Areas where you have no vision are in darkness. Infested spawn from enemy buildings, and also from fallen enemies and trains.
Okay, so this is going to be a different sort of replay, because, as you know, I'm not very good at Nexus co-op, but from what I've seen, Zero is actually pretty good. So he's actually in the call with us today. Watching this replay. Zero, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm actually doing pretty well, except I'm a little hungry. I'll probably leave after this to go grab some dinner, but thank you for asking. So, I'm playing this time as Niadra, and you know the mutators for Oblivion Express, right? Darkness, Walking Infested, and Outbreak. So this is the very first mutator that came out of the game. So you can see I'm using the strategy that you kind of taught me. Just detunnel Niadra to a far end and just grab the units that you can. So what do you think about my strategy so far?
It was decent, but then he took a carrier, which I think is a mistake because the interceptors don't actually give you biomass when they attack.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like look at Void Ray. Every time a Void Ray hits something, it increases your biomass.
Does it?
So look at the
yeah.
insane increase.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I was playing this, I didn't notice that. So the claw is a pretty good target, right? Because it has multiple targets to hit, right?
Yes.
All right.
It's not as good as a Void Ray, but it's just
Not as good
better
as a
than
Void
most
Ray.
hits here.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of grabbing whatever I can. Since then, I didn't know about the attacking giving you biomass thing, so I kind of just retreated here so I don't lose Niadra. So what do you think about that raid that I did?
It was good. I think you could have definitely stayed there longer, especially because there was a Void Ray. So you definitely could have flown to the back of the base and just slapped probes for biomass without much
That's
risk.
true. Now that I know that, I will incorporate that next time I play Niadra. It's actually a lot nicer to learn this way watching a replay than it is just kind of figuring things out on my own. So right now I'm building static defense at each ramp, or at least the creep to get the static defense on each ramp, because as you know, Outbreak will send Infested to our base, and to mitigate the damage that they will deal, I just kind of started some static defense. The first one comes at 2 minutes, so I kind of got some static defense started. There will only be infested civilians for now, or infested Terran, but later on they will get stronger, and at 20 minutes they will start sending aberrations, which are pretty hard to deal with. What is Niadra's best option for dealing with the infested outbreak?
So the Outbreak, you probably just want the Bloated Crawler, because they tag, so they're good, of course. And then behind just have a few spines, and later on monoliths.
Oh, I didn't. I forgot that. I forgot that Niagara had. I never made those, but yes, they
They're
probably
really
would
good.
be really good. Yeah, I didn't know. So now, okay, that's pretty good information. So, I saw you play as Niagara, and I noticed that you went for fast, or you noticed you. I noticed that you went for a fast evolution chamber, and you went for a lot of hydralisks or prowlisks, as they are called here. So I'll try to replicate that strategy, and I haven't seen the. Oh wait, I have seen the first wave. It was, I think, a derps, but the enemy is Protoss. So is that good for biomass? It's okay, right? Only Terran is really bad.
I think
Okay.
Zerg is the worst. Because
Zerg is the
farming
worst.
early game is, yeah, not ideal. But Protoss
Ah,
is very good.
yeah, I noticed that. So Zerg is the. I usually think Terran is the worst, but yeah, seeing how you can just deep tunnel to the very back of the base and just grab the biggest units, it makes sense that you want to grab the strongest units ever. And that would be from the Terra and the Protoss. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So we've seen that the enemy has sent the Phoenixes on the first train wave along with the derps. So we now know that the enemy is Skytoss Tempest. So later on they will send Void Race and they will send Tempest. You can see that there are some infested here at my expansion trying to destroy right away. So you can see that I'm not really sending anything to destroy the first train. So, oh, yeah, I actually got some Hydralisks already. So, how many do you think is the benchmark? How many would you is the benchmark of units that I should have at this point?
I mean, pretty much all your money.
All my money.
So you're not dropping your larvae.
Yeah.
So of course, yeah, you can't spend it all that fast right now.
That's the thing. Although I'm not exactly flowing thousands of minerals at this point. It's just 500, but I get your point. Notice I put this spore crawler behind behind my other spine crawlers for a bit. That's so that this annoying phoenix wouldn't lift up the drone before it morphed. I think it's kind of smart that I did that. Another attack wave. Got some derps here. I don't really know how to micro the parasitized Ursidon Chief. Do you micro this unit?
Well, not like advanced micro, but I pop his abilities because they have a very low cooldown. They're pretty good.
I don't actually know what the abilities do. Can you give a short description of them?
So they're very similar to the Haka leap.
Oh,
I mean, it's a leap. Yeah, it
It's a
just
leap.
stuns enemies it lands on.
And
And
the
then roar, it
is
debuffs
roar.
enemies.
Ah.
Yes,
Does it work on air targets as well?
I believe it does. Yes.
Oh, that's really nice. I mean, the leap. I mean, does it hit air?
Oh, the leap? I don't think so.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I have started the forge, but apparently I need a lot of essence to start
Yes.
getting the upgrade out of that. So I can't actually afford it at the moment. So do you think I'm gathering essence slowly than standard here?
Yeah, pretty slowly.
How do I improve that? How do I make it faster?
So personally, I would have stayed on larvae mode for Niagara a lot longer and then just
A
farmed
lot
it. So it's a
longer.
lot. Yeah, it's faster to farm on larvae mode than on like the Queen Niagara.
Okay, so how long
Yeah.
before I morph into
Uh,
the queen?
I'd say until the first train comes.
Until the
'cause
first
then you need
train.
units.
Oh, that's
Yes.
interesting. So I just defend the first wave and the infested with just the spine crawlers. Just make nothing but spine
Yes.
crawlers until like the first train. Okay. And how do I break my expansion? Also spine crawlers?
Yes, spine crawlers, or you can just delay it until Niagara morphs
So
into a queen and big
morphing
units.
Niagara here is more important than getting your economy up.
Yeah, biomass is a lot more important than minerals and gas.
So it's kind of like the Haka and
Abathur.
Abathur. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Point taken. Although I think I'm starting to what do Niadra's abilities do? I know the second one is kind of like a mass frenzy, and the third one just kind of just selects all the larvae. What does the first one really do? It just looks like she's shooting a couple spines that don't really do any damage.
Well, the spine is a ricochet, so they're good against multiple targets, and it also has a very short cooldown,
Oh, so we kind
so
of
you
just
can kind
spam
of
it.
just spam it.
Ah,
Yes.
cool. I think I made the right choice here of units to go up against air. Hydras seem like they're pretty good against air, right?
So they are.
I also saw you just kind of spam storm, so I'll choose to go for the storm here momentarily. It is pretty good against air, I think.
It
Although,
is, yes.
is there a better option here? I know there's an upgrade here that allows your units to fly. I wonder if that's better.
Yeah, I don't think so. That one's good on maps like Cradle of Death, where the terrain's a bit
Oh.
difficult, but not here.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, so what would you say is the main point of improvement so far that you've seen out of how I play?
So there's a few points. I think not getting monoliths here is a pretty big mistake because they
Yeah.
deal splash damage, I believe, so they'd be really good for the
So
infested.
it's like Zeratul Tesseract monoliths.
Yes, similar, but they're
Yeah.
better, of course.
How much do they cost again?
Let me click on the probe. I think it's like 450. Yeah, 450, 125.
Kind of expensive, to be honest.
Yes, but they also have insane range.
I'm not loading a lot of money because I'm kind of spending it and spending it as early as I can into Hydralisks, which I've seen you play. I've seen you play Hydralisks. They look really awesome when you play them.
Yeah, you're also not getting your green upgrades from the unidentified Protoss ruin. I'm not sure what they do exactly, but they increase the amount of biomass you get, each of them. So they're very good to get early.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't get it early. I think I did get it already though. I did get them already.
I think you got one of them, but
Only
you should
one?
get like a lot of them.
Okay. That's something that I knew, like I knew theoretically, but it's not really something that's top of mind. Like I don't really consciously think about getting the upgrades from that, so it probably should do that as well.
I think you should also be dropping your orbital wreckages a lot more often, just because they provide more biomass from enemies, and they're so cheap to
They
drop.
do. Okay. Okay. Wait, cheap? You mean it costs money?
It costs biomass, but they
Oh.
provide more than they will take up.
So it's like
most
an
of the time.
investment.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. So you invest, so you don't want to drop the wreckage thing when there aren't a lot of units. Otherwise, the investment will not pay for itself.
Yes, but like on this like train escort, it will definitely be worth it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, it looks like it. All right, how fast is the cooldown for that thing anyway? I know I could
It's
probably look it up,
quite
but
long.
quite
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, 240 seconds.
Oh, that's pretty long.
So you can't spam it that much. But when there's opportunity, you should. Especially because you can invest it right back into the green upgrades on the Protoss ruin to get even more biomass.
The unidentified Protoss ruins. Right?
Yes.
All right. No, look at the storm. Oh, that's some beautiful storms. Look at that. Woohoo! That's some bad weather. Okay, I dropped the thing again. The looks like it's a transport ship.
It's
I
a
dropped
shuttle.
the shuttle. I dropped the shuttle. You told me to drop that, right?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, I noticed. Doesn't storm actually damage structures? Because you notice that the Prowlisks spam storm on the buildings, but I'm not sure if it actually does anything to the buildings.
So how it works is they release a storm percentage of the time from their main attacks, and this works for all Zerg units.
Oh wow.
So it doesn't matter if they're actually hitting anything that
Because
damages.
it's passive.
Yes.
Alright, that makes sense. So far I have 4 spines on the bottom ramp, 4 spines on the expansion ramp, and 3 spines on the main ramp. Do you think that's enough? I'll probably need more. Although for now it is. But at 20 minutes, remember, at 20 minutes, the aberrations will come out, and those tear through buildings from my experience. I don't know how...
More.
Sorry?
I think you definitely need more if you're not going for monoliths.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that I could make, I didn't. Well, I knew that the monoliths were a thing, but I just kind of didn't know in the moment that that was in fact one of my options. So probably should keep that more in my mind. Although that being said, I have cleaned out the north base, so that might make it easier for me later on. Because
You definitely
the
got some extra biomass.
well, for me, the more important point is that the aberrations spawn from enemy buildings. So if I've cleared out the entire left side, I don't have to worry about aberrations coming in from there. Oh, there's the attack wave. Oh, I think that's the escort actually. Yeah, I think that's actually the escort, not the attack wave. So I'm actually saving the mothership monster thing here for the double train wave. Do you think that's the right call, or should I have just used it right away?
Yeah, saving it is definitely worth, I think. Especially
Yeah.
because it is quite costly in biomass.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It also costs biomass. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 200. So
These
it's not cheap.
storms. These storm. Oh my goodness! Look at that damage on that storm. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay. So far I'm doing it, but 20 minutes has now arrived, which means aberrations will be hitting my base soon. See, there's an infested medic over here, walking in front of the infested Terrans, because that's apparently how it works. I don't actually know if I maxed out on the Adra. This is maxed out, right? 150 supply.
Yes.
Max out
you
on,
can
like,
click on
biomass?
Niadra. Yeah, if you click on Niadra and she has 2 charges of each ability, then it's
Oh,
maxed out.
this map. All right, cool. Good to know. You can see the aberrations are here. They are trying to get through my defenses. So I've rebuilt them. I now have 5 on that ramp. So that's more than 4. Okay, I once again used the parasitized Ursidon Chief, and again, I didn't know how to macro at the time of playing this game, or to micro that unit, but I don't think it's worthwhile. If I have limited APM, I think it's probably worth more to just chase the trains and attack the enemies rather than micro the parasitized Ursidon Chief and kind of spam static defense spine crawlers on this ramp. You can see the aberrations are actually starting to get in. As you mentioned, the spine crawlers by themselves are not strong enough to hold against all these aberrations. That's why I've started more. But yes, I probably should make more Tesseract monoliths over there. Although, do the infested probes replenish themselves? I think I just start
No.
with a limited amount. So if I lose the infested structure, the infested product structure, is that just lost forever? Is the probe just
Yes.
lost? Oh, that's unfortunate.
You only have 6 probes a game, so you have to be careful with what you make.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of have to be protective about them. Spine crawlers did not manage to finish off that aberration. It's kind of bad, but I am on the way back. Okay, last train is here. And you can see the aberrations are pouring in at this point. I have like 12 to deal with at this point in the game. So you can see that my strategy kind of paid off, right? I cleaned out the entire left side, so I kind of know where the infested will hit, and it's all on this ramp. So I can focus on my defense on that ramp and not worry about the others. I think it's kind of a good thing, right? So I even intercepted a bunch of these aberrations here at the south before they went into my currently bare ramp. I don't think I ever maxed out this game. Is it normal not to max out as Niadra on units?
I think so.
Oh,
Her
okay.
units are relatively expensive.
Yeah, I was kind of
and she
worried.
doesn't have much protection.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was kind of worried that I might be playing bad because it didn't max out. And I'm not exactly filling a lot of money here. I'm filling a bit of money, like 600, 700, but I think that turned out pretty well, right? What do you think about the game I
Huh.
played?
It was solid. Like, there were a few key mistakes, but like the general idea is there.
All right, that's pretty cool. So, the biggest thing that I should do is at the beginning. I should just stick around that area, not leave with Niadra. I should mind control things like Void Race and Colossus. How about siege tanks? Are siege tanks a good target?
Siege tanks are okay if you just want to get rid of them, like jump on them, eat them, and then get out, because they deal a lot of damage to Niadra. Because she has high
Oh
armor,
yeah.
that's how she still is alive.
Oh yeah. Uh, so how about Zerg? I bet Ultralisks are a pretty good target for Zerg, right?
Ultralisks are fine because they're tanky. Like, ideally, you get Zergling and just slap things because
Oh
they attack
really?
very fast. But yeah, they
Ah,
also die fast.
yeah, that's true. So I just keep getting biomass. The longer I have a unit and attack with it. So theoretically, I could have just gotten a Void Ray and then used that Void Ray to break my rocks, and that would have got me a lot of biomass. Would that have been a viable thing?
I'm actually unsure if it works on the rocks, but yeah,
Ah,
that's the idea.
okay, that's very
You
cool.
can
Okay,
definitely stop like a Nexus.
so the point for improvement on my defense is that I should have used the probes to make the monoliths that deals
Yes,
splash damage and would have allowed me to hold on would have allowed me to hold on better against all those infested that come in. All right, what else?
add more of the. Forgot their exact name, but the tumor static defense, the one that spreads creep.
Oh yeah. I should make more.
Yeah.
Should I wall off using those?
So they have high attack priority, so the infested
Oh
will kind of focus them, and they also like have a lot of health themselves. Like I think it's 900
yeah, I
for
saw it.
fairly.
I saw it's 900 for a full health one. All right, that's noted. So those tumor things in front, spine crawlers at the mid layer, and then tesseract at the rear. All right, got it.
Yes.
All right. Uh, but army wise, I think I did fine, right? I didn't. I was able to macro up a large army. I didn't lose a lot of them, and I did get Niagara to. Do you think my max out or my essence max out timing was slow, or was it okay?
Oh, I'm not sure how much essence you spent on the unidentified Protoss ruin because I can't check in the replay.
Yeah,
So it kind of depends on that.
I think I only got one upgrade, and that was a storm, and I never changed it.
Yeah, from the Forge, that's right. But I'm talking about the Protoss ruin,
Oh,
the one where you have your biomass upgrades, the other
oh yeah.
ones.
I think I got two of them, two or three. I don't quite remember because I remember trying to click on it and realizing it costs essence, and I figured I might as well invest it right back into Niadra and rushing her to her final level. So, do you think I should get all three upgrades before I rush Niadra to her final level?
So I usually get. It kind of depends on the situation. Like if
Of
there's not
course.
much high pressure stuff like this game, you might as well get the full green tree
All right,
just so you get
so
extra biomass.
max out the green tree first
Yeah,
before.
that one's the priority.
All right. So should I max that out before getting the Niagara to like level 3 or like level 4?
Before level 4 here, I'd say. Of course, there are
Okay.
times where you need level 4 before.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. Anything else you'd like to add before I end the video?
Nothing I can think of right now.
All
It's
right.
overall good.
All right, we're all good. All right, guys. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for what else to do, please leave that in a comment. I will see you guys next time.